All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to change your life just a little bit. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. Get out a tablet pen, write everything down. Don't take pictures, don't record. You got to put it here. Ultimate goal, we always start out with today's date. Today's June 24th. What? 2021? Blackjack. The reality is we get to play, but then we have to write down December 31st, 2021. Why? I want you to get this done in 6 months or less. You see, everybody can get to the $1 million dream. I can build you the credit, set it all up, teach you how to play, but I like to do the rules and the tools for you in the beginning. I don't want you to mess it up. So, here's the front door of one of my mansions before my coma. Here's one of my yachts, one of my Lamborghinis too. Boom, boom. If I can do this, so can you. Ultimate goal, procrastination is the killer of a dream. If you forgot to do something yesterday, today, and tomorrow, that's got to stop. Because time, we don't control it, but you know what we do? We control what we do at the time that God's given us. The ultimate goal is to understand how to play. You see, for me, I had to start out being homeless, begging on the pier, eating out of a trash can too. But I got for the first million by the time I was 14. I got to the first billion at 26. How am I doing so far? Let me show you. You see, what I got to do when I was 7.5, I listened to a poker game. I listened to the grown-ups go blah, blah, blah. But you know what they did? They said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. I went to the library the next day. I said, ma'am, can you tell me what this means? She said, here's a mock-off, here's a book. In other words, she handed me a book, and the book said corporation's a legal person. You know, I was looking at 7.5 to get out of hell. Most of you have been looking for the blueprint and the instruction manual too, all your life, by the way. So you know what I did at 7.5? I went back to the library almost every day because I couldn't find a grown-up that knew how to play. I learned to connect the dots. See, a corporation's a legal person, but if you don't create a blueprint and give it life, it sits there going, that's it. You see, I started helping Hand Industries. Look that up. State of California too. It went nationwide, got 100,000 on credit right away. Then I made $1 million at 14, got a Lamborghini too. You see, I can do this. Why can't you? You're just lacking the rules and the tools how to play. Getting past go, write it down, please. I'll show you my Lamborghini collection, the Duffys, the 6 mansions, how I broke the record in 1981 for the highest kick on the planet. I wanted to prove white men do jobs. Stupid people say we don't. Ultimate goal, the reality is put my race boat in my backyard. Helicopter, don't forget about the yacht and the Ferraris too. My question to all of you is, why haven't you done this? I don't understand. All I had is God, me. I created Ray's rules. Can you write that down? So July 4, 2009. We took out one of the corporate yachts, so what's the fireworks, and the next day, I'm in a coma and I died at 5:41. H1N1 pandemic number 9. Got to the other side, they said stay in peace or go back. I said go back that day. Lack of knowledge is why you bring the pain home time after time again and again. Ultimate goal is pretty simple to understand. You see, you didn't have to do this since you were 18 years old. So let me show you what I'm talking about today as we rebuild your credit, put you on track, and let you know I'm the godfather of credit, by the way. Ultimate goal, here's federal law right in front of you. See, credit repair is a scam. They're even not allowed to collect money up front. It's right in front of you. That's federal law. Unfortunately, you have 10,000 companies ripping people off every day. So me, I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW Spearing years ago too. Helped set up that system. Now write down Credit Services Act. I want you to Google the page I just showed you before. They're also going to talk about the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can do credit repair. By the way, your credit's not broken. You can't repair it. You have to rebuild it. Let's build a relationship in your dreams today. Let's understand that information was provided to you by the Federal Trade Commission. So for me, I like helping people get into the $1 million dream. See, I can build anybody this. It's easy to do. The difference is giving you the rules and the tools how to play. Every seminar, workshop, boot camp, you're stuck with me. I want to play with you for at least 90 days, maybe a lifetime too. I want to become your personal coach. You see, there's only 1,000 steps to get to the $1 million dream. If you did exactly what I told you to do, you can put $1 million in the bank too. Now let's give you the first 25 steps today. Ultimate goal is we're going to go to raisecredit.com, clickety-clack, get your credit reports for free. Give me the report numbers right away. I'll make your scores go up, and away in about 90 working days. That's step number 1, by the way. Now, my question will be to you is why you have a Social Security card. Can you get out of your personal wallet now, please? Why do you have an SSN? Let's read it front and back. Step number 2. It says do not laminate, don't use for variety purposes, and it says property or social administration, not you. Ultimate goal is pretty simple to understand. So let's understand something today. I created rapid rescore and rapid refresh. I can push anybody's scores up to 200 points. If you'd like me to do that for you, let me know, please. Average case to rebuild someone's credit is 90 working days. From there, if they basically, step number 3. Now, if they screwed up really big, I might take up to 180 days. The reality is no case should go past that, unless you keep screwing up again and again too. Now my rapid refresh got this lady 157 points. There's my proof on Credit Karma in 45 working days. Ultimate goal, bad credit hurts everybody in the family too. So if you give me the report numbers right away, I'll add it to my system, I'll analyze you too, and from there I'll figure out what dispute process to creditor or credit bureau. From there I might tell you to negotiate a debt or two. Legal action method as well. When I sued Chase Bank years ago, put them in Santa Ana court, and I got another $5,000 paid to me too because they were just messing up that day. So remember, you have the rights more than you think you do. So let's think about something today. Here's a client. All right, let's see what they've got besides bad credit. They have a 571 and they have a 562. They have 11 accounts in collection. They're late on their car payment. But I still popped them a $3,000 card yesterday too. You see, as I rebuild somebody, I usually try to pop them credit right away. We get basically affiliate money too. So the bottom line for you, if you want the credit rebuilding program Rapid Rescore 2, the total price is $499. That's it. And basically what's going to happen is I invite you to a class on Saturday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time too. Ultimate goal, no case goes past 90 days, unless you really screwed up a lot, maybe 180 days, that's it. From there, I'm going to give you a Visa credit card, a Visa cash card for $1,000. That way you can reimburse yourself and have an extra $500 in your pocket too. You see, I take away all your excuses. You get a money back written guarantee too. Ultimate goal, we get to play, and then basically what we do is we take Zelle. Every credit union, every bank takes Zelle. That's how they transfer money, so we expedite you right away. You make me the recipient. Instead of a phone number, use my email at ray@raisecredit.com. Or you can always do a bank or a transfer deposit too. We bank at Chase and B of A. Take a picture of that page today. It'll come in handy later today too. So here we got, you added yourself to the national mailing list, by the way. You got a lot of junk mail, a lot of robocalls too. If you call 888-567-8688, opt out for about 5 years, you're going to get rid of that junk mail and half those robocalls too. By the way, that's called step number 4. Ultimate goal, we have to plan the problem. No matter what we say or do, someone's always trying to take it away or knock us down too. Next thing I need you to do is write down safety credit. So let's look at 2 cards in my hand today, $50,000 apiece. I'd like you to take out your personal credit out of your personal wallet. I'd like you to put a sticky on every card too. Write down the limit, 29%. The moment you took a card past 29%, you jacked up the card, you dropped the score, you dropped everything, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more. That's just the truth. The line of defense, see it, believe it, go get it. The grocery store, the bank in your city today, you got some locations that are closed down and some open too. See, they're playing the game, right? But not you, because you like bringing the pain home to you and your family too, don't you? I want you to stop that right away. Put a sticky behind your cards, learn the discipline too. Never bring that pain home again, because you met me. Ultimate goal, that's step number 5. Your credit is simple. You do not take it past 29% ever again. You're the only one making it going up and down, but you. So what happens when you lose your job, had an emergency? Seems like everybody does the same silly thing too. They run out of time, they run out of money, they jack up their credits in 42 days. Ultimate goal, I'd like to repackage you. Write down house, car, and bank account, please. Ultimate goal, like when I pull stunts from my cat. Cats have 9 lives, by the way. So will you after today. I built credit for my cat. I want to prove my point. You see Inc. magazine right in front of you? It says how to finance anything by using plastic. We're talking about corporate credit in that magazine. Write off the card is straight line of credit too. It can finance itself and write it all off as well. Why would anybody take the money from their family and hurt the family too? So let's pretend today you need $5,000 now. You go to the friends, your family, the bank, they'll say no. You know they say that the average person wastes $50 every other day. If this card's $5,000, one in my hand and one on the screen, I gotta max it out today. The payment's $50 a month. So the average, what someone wastes in a given month, they could have took $5,000 and saved their assets that day too. So let's understand something today. They say that you, I don't know if it's true, you waste $140 a week. That's $600 a month. If I jacked up one of these cards today using common sense, that's 6, 12, 26. So what the average person is wasting away, I could have got them 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-thru today. So please stop wasting money. Quit bringing the pain home, because you never had to bring the pain home in the first place, by the way. See, what we got to look at is number 6. Now we got to look at basically reaching the goal, reaching the dream, believing in yourself too. Me, I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. So ultimate goal, understand this. Some people might tell you can't do this or that too. God gave you a gift and a dream. Can you see it, believe it, go get it? Let's go back to basics and understand why you have an SSN so you can file your 1040 tax return. Because we're all ducks, quack, quack, quack. You see, we get an SSN to get a job. They tax us, we get the leftover. And then they tax us till the day we're dead, and they hope we get into probate too. By the way, that's the IRS public record for you. So the goal is, understand, when you got your SSN, and you know what happened next? You got your experience on your Equifax too. You jacked up the cards, you dropped the score, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more. Credit is a tool. Learn the discipline, put the sticky behind those cards. Remember, the other reason you have an SSN, we are the collateral for the United States of America. That's how they set up their bond and print more money, especially after Nixon took the gold standard out too. So write down Ray's rules again, but this time let's talk about $100,000 of credit. Only use 29%. That would have gave you $71,000 of safety credit in case you lost your job, pandemic, or what? Blanket the fan too. Average pandemic's about 18 months, by the way. When you take the money and credit from the family, you roll the dice, go, wee! All you're doing is hurting the family every day. Can you write down, please never bring the pain home? Ultimate goal is pretty simple to do. Ray's rules, step number 7, the ability to understand. I've been knocked down a couple times in my life. First coma at 5.5 years old. Last one in 2009, got to die. But I got to come back too. There's my yacht, my race boat, and you, Doc, the address at the time too. I'm from Show Me State. Show me yours, please. I'll show you mine. Ultimate goal, came back walking with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. During that 5 weeks, I put my credit score back to an 820. Then I popped another card again. I want you to focus on something. I got a backup and a backup, so I have 5 divisions. Write that down too. No matter what I say or do, I'll fight through the pain, I'll call out another cloud division, do it again and again. You see, the grocery store, the bank, and the rich and famous people get to do this, so can you. Get your constitution right, by the way. But if you don't want to play, that's up to you. You can learn how to play since you're 18 years old. You know, every day I wake up at 2:25 and drop to my knees, say, thank you, Jesus. Another day, then I do my mirror test. I stare in the mirror for 2 minutes. Then I ask 2 questions. Have I completed everything I need to? No. Is there more to be done? Always. So what I want you to focus on is, please give me 90 days. Don't let somebody cloud your directions, and I'll do the work for you too. That's step number 8. So God's delays have never been God's denials. We're going to go chase the money. Is that okay? See, for me, I don't have to steal and beg off the pier. I don't have to eat out of a trash can too. And I get to help you. Ultimate goal, go back to the job you hate. It's okay. Eventually they're going to fire you anyway. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to deliver some pizza. Is that your true American dream? It's not mine, but it's hopefully not yours too. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. I always did this. See it, believe it, pray over it, and go get it. It works for me. I've gotten all my goals by the time I was 26, by the way. Step number 9. You see, we got to look at grocery stores and banks and even Sam's Club. You see, you're not paying attention to what's happening around you. You're not even asking why, and trying to understand it too. Sam's Club closed 63 locations 2 years before pandemic, just in California, not counting the other ones in 49 other states too. Listen carefully, they got rid of the bad pieces they didn't want. They bankrupted, wrote it from their taxes, got a tax credit too. They're playing the game, but not you. You seem to want to bring the pain home to you and your family too. Can you write down tax ID and division, please? You watched 11 cities file bankruptcy. Why didn't you analyze it and tear it apart? Oh, you just let life pass you by. That's what I forgot. You see, I tear things apart and want to understand why. United States of America Incorporated. States are corporations, cities are corporations. So when a city files bankruptcy under Chapter 9, because they planned the problem in case it happened too, they get to bankrupt the debt, they stay in business, but not you. You got a bad day, you bring the pain home to you and your family too. We got to stop that, by the way. It's kind of like Apple Computer, bankruptcy in 97. Bill Gates wrote a check for $150 million to save their assets too. Now they're worth trillions of dollars. You see, I want you to Google the word bankruptcy for me. I want you to verify everything I say is factually verifiable and is true. You look at SSN, we got one, we're all ducks. SS4, corporation, division, subsidiary, more. Google it. Please find out I'm telling you the truth. Have a backup and a backup too. Step number 10, by the way. I don't want anything to get screwed up, but I want to make sure I play the game too. Here's an SSN equals a 1040, tax us till we're dead. SS4 equals 1120. And what do we get to do in line 10? Banking and credit purposes? IRS public record? Can you imagine? Alright, we don't want to be ducks anymore, do we? We get to play. So I'd like to repackage you, replace you too, and make you a division of a corporation. You could have did this since you were 18 years old. So here's what I heard at 7.5 years old. It's not legal advice, it's Chapter 18. A corporation's a legal person. It may sue or be sued. You see, you got a choice today. You can keep bringing the pain home or go just basically being stuck, or you can learn to play and have an alternative too. Ultimate goal, someone's going to ask you to do the corporation thing. If you remember the BBB, let's understand the Better Business Bureau's been a fraud since day one. You got millions of companies won't be blackmailed to them. They've got indicted in 2013. You have courts telling them to shut down their doors and get out of the city because you've been a fraud since day one. That's coming from 2020 and CNN, by the way. Ultimate goal, winning the game of business? I wrote that years ago too. You see, there are 12 books and CDs that allow you to get the 1,000 rules in line, step by step. You can't even screw it up. What you've been looking for all your life too. Office sells it for about $1,000. I always give you half price on a webinar at $4.99. That's all you got to do today. We take Zelle, bank transfer, deposit. Take a picture of that page today, because if you do it right away, I'll ship it today or tomorrow morning. But it's got to be done during the webinar to get half price. Now, it incorporated for the rich and famous people for years. 2019 of them too. So all of a sudden, I'm helping people coming out of prison. See, they got to rebuild their credit too, like Freeway Ricky Ross. Rebuild his credit in 6 months, got him a gold and a platinum card, limited up to $1 million too. Ultimate goal, beat your record, run your race. Can you allow me to do the work for you, please? I don't want you to mess it up. Now, getting past go, I'll show you goodies I obtained from me. God's gift, one of the mansions at the time. I parked my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours? Helicopter, Lamborghini, one of the buildings too. I'd like you to write down to change your driver's license, please. I'd like you to change it to a P.O. box or mailing address. I'd like you to protect your ass. Yes, and quit bringing the pain home, using Ray's rules again and again. You got the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. It's not my fault you didn't pay attention to the world and you let it pass you by. Step number 12. It's called Let's Get Back on Track. See it, believe it, go get it. So when I set up the rules on divisions in 86, multiple functions, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and I do, if one screws up, I got more to go. Stayed in what? Cash credits and supply credit too? See, divisions are great. Can you imagine? This was my cat. This is what I did. I got a unlimited gold card up to $1 million. And then I got 9 sisters too. Would you like another one as well? That's only $10 million of credit. Alright, you want to play, call it a bucket of money today? How about a piece of property in every division? How about a franchise? So if the grocery store and the bank can do this in the city to rich and famous people, why aren't you playing the game too? Just in case someone gets screwed up too. If you had to get rid of a piece, you got 8 left to go, you go set up another one too. Simple to do. That's why I wrote buckets of money, tax balance, you become the bank as well. You gotta play. You gotta learn how to play today. So I said, house, car, and bank. Well, the car you got now, you drive. Think when you bought that car, you probably let someone sweat you for hours on end. Up to 5 inquiries, up to 9 inquiries, lost $5,000 too. Here's the problem. When they handed you the paper and said fill it out, all right, you filled it out, and before, from now on, you're going to do Ray's rules. When you sign it, authorize an inquiry. Next to your signature, you write down allows 1 inquiry. You take a picture. You need to learn to control this and let somebody not sell you again and again. Once you realize they get $120 for every inquiry, you see, they're not here to be your friend. By the way, the car should have been purchased under tax ID and division. Unfortunately, you bought it under you. That's why when you drive, you hear that noise in the back. It keeps going quack, 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 quack. Sorry to say, you're a duck. We're all ducks with SSN. That's step number 13. Cover your assets. So when you drive the car to the grocery store and the bank today, a little bumpity bump, the person you bumped, what are they going to do besides scream their head off? They're acting like they're going to die. They got to put on a show. Then they're going to say driver's license, insurance, registration. Driver's license is your home address? Well, that's up to you. Insurance. You pay for that out of your paycheck, right? Isn't that called taxable income? But a corporation could pay for it before tax was considered. And no matter what I say or do, you're the registered owner of that car today. Alright? That's why you're a duck. Sorry to say, quack, quack some more. We're all ducks with SSN. Well, when you drive through the freeway and see the billboards of the attorneys or the ones on TV, 44 of those every day, the ultimate goal is, did you know the registered owner could be a division versus you? That way when they sue you, they get diddly squat. Why not? From there, that's step number 14. Corporate car, division, fleet price, tax ID. Doesn't show up on credit reports at all. And unfortunately, you bought it under you. And you might even have a repossession too. Don't worry, the IRS will give you a 1099-C. Now you got a tax problem too. See, it's like when I had my 17 houses at 19. They wouldn't let me get number 18. So I transferred every one of them to a division. Not only did I free up my credit report, I got rid of the line of defense too. I created it in case something screwed up. Your paycheck is taxed, alright, before you get the leftover. Corporations pay all their bills first, then pay tax on the leftover. It's like paying 0 tax on $10 billion. Well, Amazon did. Why can't you? You pay more tax than they do. Congratulations again. I mean, there was no loophole, people. They're allowed because they pay property tax, gallon of gas too. But when it comes to profit and loss, they break even every time because the Internal Revenue says they can. Simple to do because debt offsets taxes, by the way. His house is worth $165 million. It's made out of gold, by the way. By the way, you can join the club too if you want to, but that's up to you. So Walt Disney, Loophole King in Newsweek. I owe you for $1 billion. Debt offsets taxes. So the reality is pretty simple. You pay more tax than Mickey and Goofy do. Alright, doesn't matter if it's Federal Express, Nike, Dish, and everything else. See, they pay a lot of tax. They just don't pay tax on profit and loss. Can you draw the 4 boxes and draw those right now, please, in front of you? Let's pretend you listen, and you did this at 18, and basically had more lives under the corporate umbrella too, or you did it now. We set up the line of defense. If something goes wrong with the piece, we keep the good pieces, we never bring the pain home, and that's the way we play, which you could have done since you're 18 years old. Step number 15. So I'm allowed to build credit as an affiliate for you off cards that I have and ask for separate billing. SSN, SS4. Okay, right in front of you too. So what do we get to do? Well, broadcast up to 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday too. I don't like pre-recorded crap. You get me live. Half the fun, because I become your personal corporate coach. So we got a guy. He's got 11 collection accounts, a 571 and 562. All right, terrible. But I still popped on 3,000 card as we rebuild him. So even though you have a mess, I can rebuild your credit too. We can build as much as we need to. But again, credit rebuilding wrapper rescores $499. That's all you pay. Then you're invited to go to a class every Saturday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time too. You see, that's analyzation education. Average case is 90 working days period. Again, no case goes past 180 days, unless you're screwing up again and again too. Like I said, I'd like to give you a $1,000 card at the end of the program. You can reimburse yourself, have an extra $500 in your pocket too. Zelle, bank transfer, deposit. I want to make it as easy as possible for you. Every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. I have a workshop called Setup and Level 1. You pick the type of corporation and teach you how to name it too, and wholesale price too. You get to play. But again, that's up to you. I like to become your personal coach, by the way. So I got a starter package for a millionaire. Credit rebuilding, rapid score, articles are free anyway. Also has tax ID, Setup and Level 1. Office sells it for $2,000. I give you half price on a webinar of $999. And you get $10,000 of cash credit back to you. Ultimate goal. Millionaire in the making. All the same goodies, but this gives you $25,000 of cash credit. But it costs $2,499. So based on what you want to do for you, you let me know. And we take Zelle, bank, or transfer too. Bank, Chase, or B of A. Ultimate goal, I'd like you to run your life through a corporation. But it's up to you. You could even incorporate you too. That's step number 16, by the way. So today, pay tax or buy a Lamborghini makes sense. Debt all says taxes. So when you pay your payment, gas, registration, insurance out of your taxable income, you could say no and start driving a company car too, if you want to. Ultimate goal, that's step number 17. So today, I'd like you to download an SSN form. Alright, simple to do. Verify everything I say is factually verifiable too. Line 10 there says banking and credit purposes. So if we do this right, IRS public record, chapter 18, we go to irs.gov and we download the SS4 form. That's all we gotta do. So here's the thing. The United States of America Incorporated have 50 states. That's called line of defense, but not you. And this state set up their cities, their corporations too. That's also called a line of defense for them, but not you. You see, they even planned the problem, in case it occurred, that they could file a Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act, all right, for the debts of a city and stay in business. See, you are we the people. It's your constitutional right. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you must be dead. So Nixon took the gold standard out. Hospitals are federally mandated, all right, to give mom an SSN form so they can print more money and bond the baby. If she don't sign the form, baby's not going to stroller. Of course, he cannot go home at all. But you got to learn to play too. Online, you see websites that say you don't have to guarantee. Sorry to say, that's BS. To be a qualified CFO, to get cash, cards, and lines of credit too, you got to be a qualified CFO no matter what you say or do. Remember, then I'll get you supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, and gas cards too. At the end of the day, you got to be the qualified CFO. That's just the truth. If you look at the tread line things, I call them crap. Please look at the Fair Lending Act, please. That way I don't have to visit you in prison. Corporations write off the interest rate of the credit card. Finance itself, but not you. Ultimate goal, we expedite every one of you. Why? We're affiliates, we get affiliate fees too. The faster we pop credit, the faster you get us more pocket money in our pocket too. Ultimate goal is pretty simple to do. So when you bought your house, you did what I said, right? You did raise rules, escrow, close, homestead, put it in a trust. Oh, you didn't do that? So when they sue you, they take it away. And when you die, it's stuck in your probate. And your family get diddly squat for your lack of planning too. So the corporation, you fix up a property, hire a contractor. Contractor has a subcontractor. They all work at Home Depot, stand outside that too. What if they cut corners, slip and fall? Remember I told you to plan the problem? Alright, you could actually quickly need properties in divisions if you want to. Assignment of equity too. So at the end of the day, when they try to sue you, they get diddly squat. Why not? Ultimate goal is the irrevocable trust too. That's what I would pick if I was you. So this is number 19. So if we repackage every step of the way, you can't even screw it up to today. If you're playing peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, please stop that. The IRS rule book's simple. You pay tax when you make a profit. Until then, you don't pay tax. So irs.gov, offer and compromise 656 433 A and B. Let's get our money and get our butt back in the system, starting number 20 step. Ultimate goal, I don't put money in property to fix them up. I never have. Why would I do that when I don't have to? See, I do with the manufacturer, save up to 70%. Then I don't have to pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Escrow closes, it pays off the debt. Now I get up to $200,000 left over. You see, leveraging money raised rules. Alright, borrow money's not taxable. You saw on TV last week too. Set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. The ultimate goal is number 21, called blackjack. So my office, alright, was upstairs. Alright, 22,000 square feet. Irvine Spectrum, verified everywhere across the globe. Doing up to $1 million a day of other locations too. The bank would always be at the office going, They like to kiss your assets when you got money. You don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. So the bank's borrowing up to times 10 for the feds, loan back 5 to you. Up to that borrowed money could be up to $3 million of leveraging borrowed money. Go big at a McDonald's today. Simple to do. So if you allow me to do what I do at the workshop, I'll set up your corporation, set up the line of defense, and build credit for the corp and the divisions too. Something goes wrong, what are we going to do? We're going to pull a Donald Trump, a Wells Fargo. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save it. You know what we're going to do? We're going to keep the good pieces and never bring the pain where? Home. Why would we bring the pain home when we never had to? Step number 22. So the ultimate goal when you look in the mirror today, please ask one more questions. Ask if, what are you willing to lose? Family, corporation, division. I don't lose anything, but if it had to be a division, I'll go get another one too. Ultimate goal when we play chess, we have to lose a man or two. You see, you're going to realize you're always going to do checkmate as a winner. Ultimate goal number 23. So if we do this right, like my wife asked me on July 3rd, 2009, to take out the corporate yacht, And what I do, I use the corporate credit card, filled it up, wrote off the card and the yacht too. Why not? Then basically had some more fun. Got to go in a coma, got to come back too. There's the yacht, race boat, U-Dock as well. So you got the choice. 5 weeks walking around with an oxygen tank like I did. 820 score, popped another $1 million card again. I want you to focus. Always have closet divisions, a backup for a backup too. That way you can fight through the pain. And never bring the pain up since you were 18 years old, by the way. So God's using me to help you today. You gonna pay attention? You see, it's called reaching the dream. Think and be the impossible. Raise rules, simple to do. Ultimate goal, I make millionaires. If you'd like to be next, let me know. So motivation, I love it. I listen to it every morning. But I listen to motivation using the Bible. See, that's rules and tools. The other blah, blah, blah from Tony Baloney Johnny said is blah, blah, blah today. Let's do one thing. Let's tell your story. Let's get you an 820 score. Up to that and 100,000 of credit too, called safety credit. How about a corporation and division? And up to $1 million of credit. That way you don't get stuck, by the way. So books, 12 books, CDs, the 1,000 rules are in step. You can't screw it up. You get half price on a webinar, $4.99. From there you Zelle, bank transfer deposit, Chaser, B of A, and that's how we get paid today. So the 14th Amendment turned corporations into people. It's called the United States of America Incorporated. Have their 50 states corporation. The cities are corporations too. You know, you're past due instead of your line of defense. Unless something's not wrong with you. See, you got choices up to $1 million of credit. Keep in mind, never, never, never have joint credit. From here it's simple. Buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, so put it in a trust. Corporation, very simple. All right, are your money back? Reality is up to $1 million of credit. A division should be for pieces of property, franchise, current business. If something goes wrong, because there's always something going wrong, you're setting up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Raise rules, pretty simple. Ultimate goal, going to hold your hand every step of the way. That's step number 24. Again, 571. All right, simple. 500 score. All right, 571. $3,000 of credit. When you mess up, I still build you credit. Even 11 collection accounts too. So understand something. Credit rebuilding, rapid score $4.99. Guaranteed $7.50 and more. Class on Saturday. All right, go if you want to. Education analyzation. All right, up to 180 days. All right, the worst case, usually the average case is 90 days. And if you did it while I'm on the webinar, you get a $1,000 card. Simple to do. Use Zelle, bank transfer deposit. Chaser, B of A. Now remember, I got classes all day Saturday, and on Wednesday and Saturday I do the what? All right, level 1 in educational and set up class. Pick the type of corp you want, the name, buy at wholesale price, and basically set it up right away for you too. Every Wednesday and Saturday, by the way. Ultimate goal, I want to be your coach. You see the starter package for a millionaire. All the goodies, corporations, 90 days of workshop, level 1, set up with me. $2,000 on the webinar, you get half price of $9.99. And then I give you 10,000 of credit back to you. Ultimate goal, millionaire in the making. All the goodies, but you get 25,000 of cash credit. All right, for $2,499. Again, guaranteed for you. All you had to do is Zelle, bank transfer. Simple to do, rebuilding you. All right, repackage your house, car, bank account too. The ability to see it, believe it, go get it. Everybody has the ability to do this. I see it online, and all the people saying money for a rainy day and blah, 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 and, you know, the American dream. I like going to events in person. And then I always ask questions at the end and say, are you going to hold my hand every step of the way? Are you going to hand me $10 million of credit too? Are you going to take my money and go buy as well? You see, I need someone to hold my hand to be my coach. I want to answer the questions too. Receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. The reality is we got to set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. 1,000 rules equal flat out. All right, 1,000 steps to the $1 million corporation. 20,000 is billionaire. If I can take a 571, 11 collection accounts, lay down a car payment, still give them 3,000 of credit, rebuild them, just the other day, I can do it for you too if you want. But again, the choice is simple. $4.99. That's all it costs for you to do it. Even a class, 90 days at the most. Worst case, 180 days. And you get a Visa cash credit card at the end of the program for twice as much you invest in yourself. Takes away all the excuses. That's why we take Zelle, bank, wire, or transfer. We expedite you right away. So last and final chance, $9.99, $10,000 of credit, all the goodies in a corporation for you too. Millionaire in the making, $24.99. And what do you get to do? Half price. You get $25,000 of cash credit instead. So you decide what's in your budget today too. Your Zelle, bank transfer, deposit. Chase or BFA. Stay safe and strong today. Do your best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. So at the end of the day, your choice is number 25. If you need to, call 800-510-3338. It's 800-510-3338. We got to do our best all through the day, while Jesus does the rest for all of us. And from there, never forget, God loves you all.